Hi, this is Chaplain Tyler, and you're watching this video on You Got This with Tyler. Today I'm going to be talking about the first of the personality types from the True Colors personality system, gold. Gold. But before I do that, I do want to let you know that every one of us has at least some part of each of the four main personality types. I've administered this for thousands of people, and I can, even for those people who don't think that they have any part of any one of a particular color, I can always, when I talk with them, say, well, what about this situation? What'd you do here? And they will say, oh, I did this, this, and this. I'm like, okay, well, what you did was there was part of what you did that still exhibited part of the trait of the color that you didn't think you were strong in at all. And that's the truth. You're not strong in that color. Your tendency and your preference is to move a different direction, opposite of that particular color. But you still have a little bit of that color. And that's a good reminder, because what we don't want to do is judge others for their personality, their values, and what their needs and requirements are. We don't want to think in pride, oh, my way is so much better than another person. That has really hurt a lot of people over the years and has meant that we do not embrace the needed changes in our life or in our society, because every one of the personality types brings something essential to the table. We need each other to be complete as a society, and we need each part of us to work in harmony for us to be complete. So, with that little caution talked about real quick, want to talk about gold. Now, gold, the strong gold personality type, represents about 38% of, in general, of people. There are some variations across cultures and so on, but in general, around 38% of society will be a strong gold type indicator. Now, what are the key values of somebody who is strong in gold? Well, there's two, and they are duty and responsibility. Duty and responsibility. Gold type people really value order, stability. They cherish tradition, and they change only when they really have to. They're not people who change for the sake of change. They're not people who say that I'm going to change because I feel like it. No, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So that's what works for them. Gold type people like to follow the rule, and they respect authority, and they are loyal, dependable, and prepared. These are people who are prepared. They don't do things just, hey, spontaneous, off I go. No, they're usually pretty prepared in what they do. They have a very strong sense of what is right and what is wrong. Strong morality, good, high ethics, and they are thorough, sensible, and punctual. Thoroughness also can come across or be expressed as detail-oriented. They're very good at understanding what goes into things and all the necessary steps that need to get there. Gold people have a need to be useful and to belong. And they are faithful and stable and organized people. Again, these are the backbone of society. Without these people who exhibit these values and these traits, where would we be? There would be too much chaos. There would be too much instability in our world. They are absolutely needed. Gold type people value home and family and tradition. Home, family, and tradition. And they are caring people. They're concerned people, and they are concrete. What that means is that they focus on the things that are happening right now in front of them. They don't worry about as much about philosophical things way out there and whatever else. It's what's in front of them that matters. So what does a person who's strong in the gold personality type, what do they tend to search for in their life? In a nutshell, security. Security in terms of finances, security in terms of family and relationships, security in terms of where they live, security in terms of what kind of groups they tend to to want to join and be part of. They like to know that they are safe, that they're safe. That's when they're at peace. What do they value in themselves and in others? Well, they really like dependability. They really want somebody who is accountable for their action. And they want and trust people who are responsible, have a high sense of responsibility. Now, those three work together because when they find somebody who is dependable, accountable, and responsible, they know they can trust them. And that goes a long way to making sure that they feel safe and secure. In the opposite way, what do they dislike? Well, they dislike disobedience. They don't like nonconformity, don't like insubordination, because all those things go against the order of things. That is not the way things should work, therefore they don't like it. How do they express their values? How do they express them? Well, to others, normally what they talk about are the concern they have. How are they doing? What's happening? What's going on? They're concerned for them. They're stable. They want to make sure that they bring stability wherever they go. And they also want to bring purpose. That's how they express things. They are purposeful in what they do. Again, not spontaneous and not doing something just for the sake of doing something. There's a purpose for what they do. What do they foster and promote? Well, they really like tradition. They want things to be the way that they should be. And most of the time, traditions have been put into place because they're good and right. So, tradition is something that they will promote. The other thing that they like to promote are groups or organizations or institutions that they can get behind. Most people who are strong in gold like to belong, as I said earlier. And they don't just belong, but they will actively promote. I know several people who are strong in gold, and they really want to be part of that group. And they will go to a lot of lengths to make sure that others know, not just that they're part of the group, but that they actively promote it. And it is, again, gold personality types are the type of people who are the backbone of society. They really are. They love to plan. Love to plan. And what I mean by that is, how many people do you know of that organize their day into tasks with to-do lists? Right? That's a strong gold trait. Organized and planned. And those to-do lists are vital for them. I know strong gold personality types that if they don't have the to-do list ready to go, they don't feel good about the day at all. They don't know if they're going to get anything done. They don't know how to measure whether they've been successful, and it does not provide them with a good sense of security. So that's one side. The other side to a gold personality as well is that they're service-oriented. They're action-oriented, and they like to help and do things. Like I said earlier, they want to feel useful. So they go and they do stuff. They'll go to a get-together, and they'll have fun at the get-together, but they're the people that will make sure to stay behind and help clean up and do all that stuff, because that's how they know they feel good about what they've done. Now, there are certain professions that tend to attract strong gold personality types, and there's many of them, but I'm just going to give you a few examples. So, institutions and organizations that provide a sense of stability, a good sense of authority structure, good, strong sense of morality and rules, those are the kinds of organizations you're looking for. And the people in them tend to be in the school system, like teachers, or in healthcare. A lot of nurses I know are very strong gold. Accountants can be strong in the gold personality type because the rules have to be followed. There's a structure to everything. There's all these laws that have to be looked at in terms of financial things. Lawyers can sometimes be strong gold. Managers, most managers that I know of have a strong gold component because they have to be organized, they have to be detail oriented, they have to be doers, and without those traits, the role is unsuccessful. So most managers I know, most, have a pretty strong sense of that gold side to things. And it's a wonderful thing. Now, if you have been listening to this and you're saying to yourself, wow, this is me. I must be strong gold somewhere. Great. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you have come to understand that, and I want you to feel valued and appreciated, because a lot of people who are gold, for all the little things they do, they're not appreciated as much as they should be. So I see you, and I'm very thankful for who you are. For those of you that heard this video and listened and went, wow, that's not me at all, I don't do any of that, that's fine too. That is just great. Remember, you have little bits of this, and this is to help you understand how some people act and behave, and what their attitudes and their values are, and what they hold important. Because when you work with people who are gold, if you can be dependable, accountable, and responsible, that will go a long, long way to proving that you're trustworthy. And regardless of your personality type, that's what you have to work on, improving yourself to someone who's a strong gold. So, be blessed this day. I look forward to my next video, where I'm going to be talking about the opposite of gold, which is orange, and what they bring to the table. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember, I believe in you. You got this. Take care.